Alrighty, time now to continue with my run of Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii U. Now this is game number 15, I believe. Let's check the statistics here. This is game 15 and I won $322,202 at this point. I'd like to be able to add on to it. Let's see if that happens as we get game 15 underway right about now. This is Jeopardy!
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now
Alright,
into
here we
the
go.
Jeopardy
Let's play.
round.
This is the round
Clues
with the
are worth
one daily double.
$200 to
And today,
$1,000 in
we've
these
got
categories.
these categories.
Sweet
Sweet
Pea,
P. P in quotation
Airports.
marks. So you know what that means? Airports.
Bible Heroes,
Bible Heroes.
1907,
1907. Good year.
Star Trek Jargon,
Star Trek Jargon.
and Birth and
Birth
Death.
and Death.
Player 1,
How about we start
start.
with Sweet Pea for 200?
Carnations and Sweet Williams belong to this colorful family of flowering plants. It's player 1.
What is... What is Pansy? Pansy?
That's not it.
No, it's not that.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player 3.
Peony? No. Gotta be pink.
Anyone else?
Oh, wait a minute. The clue said colorful.
It's player 2. You are correct.
Oh, well.
Player 2, where do we start?
Anyway, Sweet Pea for 4.
Gene Fowler's biography of John Barrymore is called Good Night, Sweet This.
See if I can read.
Let's
down
hear it,
this
player
one.
1.
What is Prince?
Correct.
There we
Hey,
go.
you're on the plus side.
Sweet Pea for 6.
A lot of, perhaps an alteration of the word potato. This word follows sweet in a slang term for a pretty girl. It's player 1.
What is Petunia?
Oh.
That's not right.
Any other
I was
checkers?
hoping to avoid this kind of struggling start. Third time in 5 games.
Okay, player 2. Good.
Trudy was what we needed.
All right, let's get back into this.
Bible Heroes.
2 has control. At the burning bush, God told him he was the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who's Moses?
Hey, you're right.
Bible Heroes for 4.
Player 1. Goliath mocked him, saying, Am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? Yes, player 3.
Who is David?
Yes,
That's
you've
right.
got some money again. Player 3, where do we start?
Bible Heroes for 6.
In Luke, he is quoted as saying, I indeed baptize you with water, but one mightier than I cometh. Okay, player 2.
Who's John the Baptist?
Yes.
Yes. Player 2's up.
Okay, let's get
Turn
back
this way.
into this. Player 2,
Bible Heroes
you make the
800.
next selection as well. When Jesus saw this tax collector and first gospel writer, he told him to Follow me.
Who's Matthew?
Yes, player one? Right, you've got some money
There we
again.
go. Hopefully we can see on
Okay,
the
let's
other
get back
side.
in Judges. He said, "With the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men." Here's the correct response. Samson.
Samson. Sweet Pea 800.
Please pick again. This Hall of Fame NFL running back was nicknamed Sweetness.
Well, I don't know who that is. Player 3.
Player three?
Who's Joe Perry?
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers?
It's 50-50, but I don't really want to risk it.
The correct response is Walter Payton.
Oh, Walter Payton. Oh, okay.
Player one. If you're served sweetbreads in a restaurant, you're eating either thymus or this part of an animal. Let's hear it, player one.
What is the pancreas?
That's correct.
Yes! Now in the lead
Please
there,
pick again,
1600.
player one.
Star Trek Jargon 200.
The Type 2 of this weapon had a max power setting of 16 and could be set to heat, disrupt, or stun. Player one?
What is phaser?
Right.
There we go.
Please.
400.
This device briefly converts a person to energy, beams the energy, then reassembles the person. Okay, player one.
What is a transporter?
Right.
Star Trek for 6.
Player one, created by
oops, ended up
Starfleet,
going to 800.
it prohibits interference with other civilizations. Okay, player one.
What is the prime directive?
Yes.
There we go. So the fact Wrangler with 800 by accident.
We return
now
to you,
600.
player when one. Spock checks chronometric data, he's looking at measurements of the space-this continuum. It's player
What
one.
is time?
Yes.
Alright.
Player one, choose again.
1000.
This crystal regulates matter-antimatter reactions that provide energy for travel faster than light. Okay, player three.
What is trade?
No. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, player two.
What is dilithium?
Right.
That is right. We have
A
2400.
lot of clues, a lot of categories.
Airports,
Player
too.
two. Make us. Denver International has North America's longest commercial one of these, 3 miles long. Okay, player
What
one.
is a runway?
That's right. Way to go.
Airports for 400, please.
Player one. At St. Petersburg Clearwater Airport in this state, a plaque marks the 1914 sale of the first air travel ticket.
What is Florida?
It's player one. Yes.
Airports for 600, please.
Player one. This mayor presided over the construction of New York City's first municipal airport. Yes, player one.
Who is Fiorello LaGuardia?
That is correct.
Airports 800.
You again. A company called BAA operates Southampton, Stansted, and Glasgow, but this is its busiest airport. Okay, player one.
What is Heathrow?
That's it.
Yep. Heathrow in London.
We
Airports
return.
1000. Answer. Daily double.
It's the Daily
The
Double.
only one for this round.
And you
And I
have
am
the
there is
lead.
4,400. That'll take me to 10,000. if I'm
At
right.
this European city's airport, you can have a sandwich and, of course, a coffee at the Café Karen Blixen.
What is Amsterdam?
Sorry, you're now, player one. Here's the correct response. Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. So I'm down to second place.
Player one.
Birth and death, 200.
The number one cause of death in the United States isn't cancer, but disease of this organ. Okay, player one.
Huh. Okay, what is lung disease? No.
Anyone else? Here's what we were looking for. Heart disease.
Heart disease. Birth and death,
Player
400.
one. A cuneiform tablet dating to 2000 BC is the first known reference to the type of birth associated with this Roman leader. It's player two.
Octavian? No, that's incorrect.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar. Birth and death, 600.
Selected. The death in Venice is from this waterborne disease that has caused several pandemics. Okay, player one.
What is cholera?
Yes. Player one. Louise Brown, the first baby conceived as the result of in vitro fertilization, was born in this decade. We're talking about the 1970s.
1970s.
Player one. For 2011, the 10 highest fertility rates were in countries on this continent. Okay, player two.
What is Asia?
That's not it.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player three.
What is Africa?
You got it.
That is right. You got minus 600.
Okay,
Your
let's get
selection.
back into this. Player
1907
three, you
for
make
two.
the next selection. As well. Florence Ziegfeld produced his first of these extravaganzas in 1907 and would continue them for the next 24 years. Player one.
What are ice capades?
Sorry, that's wrong.
Ah!
Any other takers?
Haven't been doing. And
Here's the response we were looking for. The Follies.
follies.
We return to you, player three. For works like Gunga Din, he became the first Brit awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Rudyard Kipling? 1907 for
Okay, let's get
1000.
back in. More than 40 nations attended the Second International This Conference in The Hague. Yes, player one?
What is peace?
We return to you.
800.
Charles Curtis, Republican, Kansas, became the first Native American to serve as one of these. We're talking about senator.
Senator. Alright, last clue for
And
600.
we'll
Let's
wrap
take a
up
look
the
at
board
it.
with this clue. With this man as president, the government budget was $579 million, and unemployment stood at 2.8%. The correct response is Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt is who we needed. Alright, that will conclude the Jeopardy round. 2,800 for me, 1,000 for player 2, minus 600 for player 3.
Player three will select first in double jeopardy right after this.
First in the double Jeopardy round.
Categories for the double jeopardy round are
Categories in this round of play.
colleges and
Colleges
universities,
and universities.
animals,
Animals.
College football
College
coaching
football
legends.
coaching legends.
Historic names.
Historic names.
Bestsellers of the
Bestsellers
decade.
of the decade.
And
And
French class.
French class.
Where do we begin, player 3?
Animals for 400 as well.
The striped species of this mammal is identifiable by the 2 white stripes down its back forming a V. Okay, player 1.
What is the skunk?
That's it.
Animals for 800.
Player 1. The Cape species of this bovine of southern Africa is extremely dangerous to man and has never been domesticated. Player 1.
What is the ox?
Sorry.
No. Keep getting it
Anyone else
confused.
want to hazard a guess on this?
Either the ox or the buffalo. Player 3.
Let's hear it, player 3.
And it's the buffalo.
Hey, you're right. Hey, you're on the plus side. A lot of clues, a lot of categories,
No.
player 3. Make us a
Football.
Woody Hayes, 1951 to 1978. Here's the correct response. Ohio State.
Ohio State. 800.
Bo Schembechler, 1969 to 1989. Here's what we were looking for. Michigan.
Michigan.
Please pick again. Player 3.
1200.
Tom Osborne, 1973, 1997.
I've never heard of these coaches.
Let's hear it, player 2.
What is Oklahoma?
No, that's not right.
Nope.
Any other takers? Here's what we were looking for. Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Please pick again, player 3.
Animals for 12.
Let's go over to Kelly.
The cuddly koala feeds almost exclusively on the leaves of this tree of the myrtle family.
Let's hear it,
What is
player
the
1.
eucalyptus?
Yes.
Animals for 1600, please.
Player 1. On the Galapagos Islands, the marine type of this lizard feeds on algae that it gathers off rocks at low tide. Here's what we wanted. An iguana.
Iguana.
Player
2000.
1. This small Andean rodent is prized for its fur, which can be gray with a deep blue underfur. Here's the correct response. The chinchilla.
Chinchilla.
Player 1, you pick again,
Colleges and
please.
universities for 4.
The trustees of the College of California bought 160 acres of land north of Oakland and named the site this in 1866. Player 1,
What is Berkeley?
right.
Alright,
Player 1,
French class
pick
for
again.
400.
Fin de siècle refers specifically to the ending of one of these time periods. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the century?
Yeah, good.
There we go.
You again, player 1.
Colleges and universities 800.
This Tulsa college was founded by and named for an evangelist, later the school's chancellor. The correct response is Oral Roberts University.
Oral Roberts.
Player 1, back to you
College
for
football
our
16.
next. Bobby Bowden, 1976 to 2009. Player 3,
What is Florida State?
correct.
Yep. If we got it.
Player 3, you start us off.
French class 800.
In French, the English Channel is called La Manche. meaning this part of a shirt or coat. The correct response is the sleeve.
Sleeve.
Please pick again, player 3.
College football 2000.
Vince Dooley, 1964 to 1988. Here's what we wanted. Georgia.
Georgia.
You again, player 3.
French class 1200. Answer. One of the daily doubles.
Answer.
Alright, they figured 1800, but you can
You
see
are
the
currently
maximum
in
value of
second
the clue
place.
on the board.
Please
It's
enter your
2000, and that's what you're
Answer.
doing.
Literally
Here's
half
the-
world. It's a class of women of dubious reputation.
It is demi-monde.
That's correct.
You're right. You go to 3800.
Player 3, you pick again, please.
French class 16.
Literally, à la mode doesn't mean with ice cream, but this two-word phrase. Yes, player 1?
What is on top?
No.
Wrong.
Sorry.
I've lost the lead. I'm down to
Anyone else want to
2800.
hazard a guess on this?
Oh, it's starting to get difficult. Starting to get difficult material here.
Player 3?
What is for free? No, that's wrong.
Anyone else? It's player 2.
What is in style?
Great,
Yes,
you're
that
back
is
into it
right.
now.
13.
Player 2,
Oh.
make a selection, please, as we
1400.
continue. It's the branch of cooking devoted to prepared meat products such as ham and pâté. The correct response is charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
We return to you, player 2.
Historic names for 400.
In 1955, Ngo Dinh Diem became the first president of this country that no longer exists. It's player 1.
Was Siam?
Oh, that's
Wrong.
incorrect. Anyone else? Let's hear it, player 3.
Country was South Vietnam.
You got it.
That is right.
Player 3, make a selection, please,
Yes, so
as we
it's
continue.
for 4.
Jaws and Jonathan Livingston Seagull. It's player 1.
Where the 60s.
Sorry.
Wrong.
Nice one. Any other takers? Here's the correct response. The 1970s.
1970s.
We return to you, player 3.
Bestsellers 800.
Red Storm Rising and The Prince of Tides. Player 3?
Was the 1980s.
You
That's
are
right.
correct. Select again.
Bestsellers 1200.
The Agony and the Ecstasy. And You Only Live Twice.
You can get all
Let's
those
hear it,
stats what
player
happened on
2.
that daily double in the Jeopardy round.
Yep.
This is 1960s, that's right. 2600.
Okay, let's get back into this. Player 2,
Yes, sir,
you make the
16.
next selection as we Forever Amber and The Naked and the Dead.
If I'd been able to cash in on that daily double in the first round, I'd probably be in a much better position than I am right now.
Here's the correct response. The 1940s.
1940s.
Player 2, pick again.
Bestsellers 2000.
Aerosmith and The Age of Innocence. Player 3?
The 1930s.
Nope.
No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? The correct response is the 1920s.
The 1920s.
Player 2, pick again.
Colleges for 12.
Founded as a Methodist college in 1838, it moved to Durham, North Carolina in 1892. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Duke?
That is
There we go. I needed that one. Colleges for 16.
player one, and I'll hand it off to Jimmy.
The modern sport of bungee jumping got off the ground in 1979 when this school's dangerous sports club jumped off a bridge in Bristol, England.
Here's the response we were looking for. Oxford,
Oxford. 2000.
player one.
Answer. The other Daily Double.
Yes, the second Daily Double. And
Well,
you're in the lead now. How much are you
At this
going to wager,
point,
player
I have
one?
to try to make it.
The clue.
Try-
The athletic teams of this Massachusetts college are nicknamed the Lord Jeffs.
What is Harvard?
All the way down to third. The correct response is Amherst College.
It's Amherst College. Ah!
Player one.
Start
Pick again.
names 2000.
Vienna's Imperial Palace is now home to the president. In Mozart's time, it was home to the head of state, this Archduchess. We're talking about Maria Theresa.
Maria Theresa.
Player one,
16.
back Margaret Roper, who died in 1544, is said to have been buried with the head of this Utopia author, her father. It's player one.
Who's Thomas More?
Right.
There we go. Back on the
Player
board.
one, back
Start
to you
names for 8.
This Apache tried to keep peace with the Palefaces, but after his death, his son joined with the militant Geronimo.
And I will not have a 5-figure score at the end of this game, regardless
Here's
of
what
what
we wanted.
happens.
Cochise.
Anyway, let's take a look at our
And we'll
last
wrap up
clue
the
for
board
1200.
with this clue. In 312, emboldened by the sight of a cross in the sky, this man defeated the Emperor Maxentius and seized Rome. The correct response is Constantine.
Constantine. Alright, that's it for Double Jeopardy. Player 2 has the lead with 2,600. I'm in second with 1,600. Player 3.
Looks like you'll all be moving on to Final Jeopardy after this break.
We're going to have to hope for a lot of luck.
Got the Final
here
Jeopardy round
this
here
Final
for you.
Jeopardy
And
round.
today it features
Category?
this category.
Ancient name.
names.
Ah,
What are you going to
I
win?
have no choice.
Now it's time for the Final Jeopardy.
Final Jeopardy
clue,
answer
and
today
here it
is-
is. Appropriately, the name of this dramatist comes from Greek words meaning wise and famous.
What is Euripides?
What did you put
Player
as
3,
your
we start with
response?
you. You said who is...
And that will lose you.
That is incorrect. You lose 1,205.
Did you
drop
come
to
up with the correct
195.
response?
As for me, I said what is Euripides?
Sorry,
That
that
is
incorrect response
wrong.
will drop your
Well,
score.
I did what I had to do.
What did you say?
Same
Sorry,
incorrect
that
response as
incorrect
player
response will
3.
drop your score.
She loses
by-
700, and, well,
Here's the correct
even
response. Sophocles.
Sophocles was what we...
This makes you our new champion, player 2. So congratulations. We'll see you next time.
I don't know if I should take this or not. I don't know if I should take this or not. know what? I probably will take it. So that is officially the end of my run. But, well, it was a good run. See you next time.